Hi, this is Jane from Fixed Career. If you are going to a dementia nurse job interview, you must be well prepared for the most common questions asked. In this video, I'll go through the 10 most common dementia nurse interview questions and tell you how to answer those. In addition, I'll give you an example answer to each question so that you can start building your own. Without further ado, let's get started to make sure you nail that interview. Tell us about your experience working with patients with dementia. When the interviewer asks this question, they are trying to get a sense of how much experience you have working with people who have dementia. You should explain what kind of experience you have had, whether it was working with Alzheimer's patients or those with another form of dementia. You should also mention your patient population and how long you have been working with it. Example answer. I have had 3 years of experience working with patients who have Alzheimer's disease. I enjoy caring for this patient population because they are very loving and kind people, even when they might not always be able to communicate that effectively. How do you think your personality would impact how you interact with our patients? The interviewer wants to know how you will adapt and relate to the people you care for. You should mention qualities you have that would make you a good fit for this role, such as empathy, patience, and an open mind. You should also mention a personal quality, such as your optimism or sense of humor, that you think will contribute positively to this job. Example answer. I believe that my sense of empathy will make me a good fit for this job. I have worked with people who have Alzheimer's previously, and I believe that my patience will help me lead interactions positively. What types of dementia patients do you think you are best suited to care for? When you are interviewing for a dementia job, you must mention that you have experience working with a particular population of patients. For example, if you worked with dementia patients in a nursing home before, you should let the interviewer know that. If you have experience working in a hospital, mention that as well. The more you can show that your experience matches up with what they are looking for, the better. Example answer. I have 3 years of experience working with patients who have Alzheimer's disease, and I am confident that my experience will allow me to care for your patients well. How do you plan to adapt your standard of care if a patient is agitated and aggressive? The interviewer will want to know how you respond when a situation with a patient gets out of hand. You should mention that your priority is to assess the situation, but that you are comfortable using assessment methods such as checking vital signs and monitoring behavior. You should also mention your experience working with patients who have dementia and how you can use this experience to de-escalate an argument. Example answer. I will first assess the situation to determine the risks involved. I have worked with patients who have dementia before, so I can use that experience to de-escalate the situation. What do you think it takes to be a good nurse with patients who have dementia? When asked this question, the interviewer is trying to gauge your knowledge of what's important in this role by finding out if you know what qualities a good nurse has. You should mention a few qualities you think a nurse with dementia patients should have, such as patience and resilience. If experience is important to the role, you should mention that as well. Example answer. I think a good nurse for this job will be empathetic and patient with the patients. My experience with Alzheimer's disease will help me care for them well. Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? The interviewer wants to know what you see as a possibility for your future with this company. You should mention that you see yourself building a career with them because it shows that you are ambitious and want to grow within the company. Make sure to mention specific ways you would make an impact on the company if you were hired. Example answer. I know that the skills I gain in this role will help me grow as a nurse. I can see myself advancing in this department and helping to shape the standard of care for patients with dementia. Why do you want to be part of our team? The interviewer will want to know why you are excited about working with their company. You should mention that you have researched the software they use and seen great reviews from customers. You want to show that you are excited about getting started and you have done your research on the company's goals and responsibilities. Example answer. I am excited about the opportunity to be part of an organization that focuses on providing high-quality care for patients. I have learned a lot about your software and I feel like it aligns with my skills and experience. What is your philosophy on caring for patients? The interviewer is curious about your approach to patient care. You should mention that you have a holistic approach and that comorbidities and geriatric concerns are important. You can mention a few examples of how you think of the patient as a whole, not just their illness. Example answer. My philosophy is to view a patient as a whole, not just their illness. I know that it's important to assess the patient's mental, physical, and social health when caring for them. What do you think is important to communicate with patients who have dementia? When asked this question, the interviewer is interested in how you communicate with patients who have various levels of dementia. You should mention that it's important to provide structure for patients and give them time to process information. You should mention how you use plain language with these types of patients, avoiding medical terms when possible. Example answer. For patients with dementia, it's important to provide structure and also give them time to process information. I think it's important to use plain language, avoiding medical terms unless necessary. What environment do you feel most comfortable in? This question is meant to find out whether you are ready for this specific role. When asked this question, the interviewer wants to know if you understand what type of environment is required for this role. This question can be tricky because it's not always easy to answer based on the company you are applying to. You should mention that you are a team player and that you strive to be the best nurse for this department. Example answer. I feel most comfortable in an environment that is fast-paced but also requires great teamwork. I want to be the best nurse for this department. Thanks for watching the video. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the Fixed Career YouTube channel to get the latest and greatest career advice from us. If you want to learn more about this subject, head out to the Fixed Career website from the links in the description. From there you can find additional information about these interview questions as well as other helpful career advice and resources. I wish you the best of luck with your upcoming job interview. Thanks for watching. Bye.